Hello everyone and welcome to the first part of the multiplayer basic infrastructure project. I will show you and explain online session creation and connection code along with its visual interface so that we can interact with it. And so without any more delay, let's get to the code. So now let's take a look at the menu itself. First there is the menu superclass, which is menu widget. Containing methods that are used by all the menus in the project. So you have what happens when you want to display or exit a menu, and also initializing some values that will be used in every menu. This brings us to the menu interface here. The idea is to give the menus the capacity to be implemented in more than one context by removing compile time coupling. So this is the main menu interface. If you want to use the menus in any context, the way to do it is to implement this interface, and the menus will communicate with the interface instead of the implementer directly. So it removes any compile time coupling. And the class implementing this interface needs to create a definition for each of these methods, or it will not work. Now let's take a look at the main menu code here. First, it subscribed all the click events callback for the menus right here. So when it begins hosting here, all the server names are set, and actually it sets the server name and then asks the interface to begin the hosting process. And after that, you have a few methods to navigate between menus and begin things like joining a server or leaving the game. Also, here in populate server list, it creates a new row in the server list using data found during server search, and then it setups it. And this leads us to the connection infrastructure itself in the multiplayer test game instance. I will show you right now. So let's take a look at the multiplayer test game instance. Unreal is compatible with a lot of different online infrastructures using its online subsystems, and I think that's really cool. In this case, the used infrastructure is Steam, and you get a pointer to it right here. Then you can access a series of interfaces that you can implement depending on your needs. So in this project, I implemented the session interface to make it possible for it to create sessions and, of course, join them. Then you subscribe to a series of events. They are linked to session destruction, session creation, session joining, and, of course, finding sessions. Then you have other methods here, like refresh the server list. So this is simply bringing to life a session search, and then use find sessions. So you are using the online session interface to find sessions. And you have here you have a query settings that you can set. Here you can load the menu widget. Here you can load the pause menu. So this is the create session method. So you can set session settings here. So as you can see, this is not a LAN match. So this is using presence. So this is really on the internet, and so you don't have to be on the same network than the other person if you want to play. It's really using Steam on the internet. Create the session setting, and the name. You can quit the game. This is the host method that starts a creation of a new session. Same goes with join server, that you simply check the validity of your search, and then you join the session at the index selected. You can load the main menu. This is simply client travel. These are the callbacks for the events. So when the session creation is complete, well, then you simply travel the server there. Same goes with the find session complete callback. When you find a session, you need to populate the server list with what you found during the search. Yeah, and also there is a setup found session data. You simply need to add it to an array of data for all the found servers so that you can have a list with all the servers, and inside of that all the data for all the servers that you found. And finally, the onJoin session complete callback here. The way it's made is that you simply, if the address that you receive is a good address, and that you can create a resolved connection string, then you can travel to it, and so you join the already created server. So now that we have seen the code, what we're gonna do is we're going to take a look at it in action, because it's the best way to really show how it works. So let's take a look at this too. So now let's see it in action. So the first thing we're gonna do is host a game. So you can enter the session name here. Let's call it 1337. I don't know, Elite, and start the session. First thing you do is you spawn in a lobby, waiting for other players to join. Well, now I don't have any other players joining, so I will be transported into the level. So this is the level, and I am now hosting this level. So what I'm gonna do here is that I will set up the client so that he can connect to this level, and we will see the joining process. Okay, now let's take a look at the join process. Click on join. As you can see, the 1337 Elite game that we created earlier is there. Let's join it. Hopefully it's going to work. And it did. So here I am in the game with the host. I can move the client. Now we'll move the host. As you can see, you can move both, and they are in the same session using the internet connected through Steamworks for this project. So thanks for watching, and the second part of the online project will be online too. So if you want to take a look at it, you're very, very welcome to do it. So have a nice day, everyone.